My name is Dr. Austin Tay, and you are listening to Psych Chat. A warm welcome to episode 39 of Psych Chat. My name is Dr. Austin Tay, and I am an organizational psychologist. In my podcast, I discuss workplace issues and offer tips for navigating the complex world of work. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, welcome. Please check out my other episodes. Please subscribe to my podcast to ensure you get all the new episodes. For those who are already subscribers, welcome back. Today we'll explore the emerging issue of Leaveism in the workplace. That is when employees work during sick leave, take work home, and work on vacation. I'll discuss what's driving this trend, its impacts on workers and organizations, and some potential solutions. So what exactly is Leaveism? Researchers coined this term to describe the gap between presenteeism, that is, employees working when ill, and absenteeism, or staying home sick. There are three main forms of leaveism. Number one, using allocated sick days or time off when you are actually unwell or medically impaired. This includes working from home when sick rather than taking a full day off. Number two, taking work home that cannot be completed during regular business hours, effectively extending the workday into one's personal life. Number three, working during vacations, holidays, and other annual leave days to catch up on tasks. Studies indicate leaveism is growing more prevalent, especially among managerial and professional employees. In one survey, 70% of HR professionals had observed leaveism within their organization, but nearly half had not taken any actions to address this issue. What's driving the rise of leaveism? There appear to be three overlapping root causes. First, work intensification. The mounting expectations and pressures on employees to work longer hours, expend more effort, and get more done. Organizations face growing competitive and financial pressures in a globalized economy. This results in demands for continuously improved productivity and efficiency. Advancement in information technology have also enabled work task monitoring and collaboration to extend to anytime, anywhere. Employees are under pressure to respond to work emails and messages in the evenings, weekends, holidays, and even when out sick. Faced with unsustainable workloads and 24/7 availability expectations, employees may turn to leaveism behaviors such as answering work emails when on vacation or working from home when due as a coping mechanism. Second, ideal worker norms. Long-standing cultural assumptions and stereotypes about what constitute a committed, dedicated employee. These norms typically expect managers and professionals to prioritize work over personal life, work long hours, be constantly available, work while sick, and display their job as their top life commitment. Leaveism serves as a way for individuals to demonstrate ideal worker traits of commitment, stamina, and availability even during time off. Engaging in Leaveism practices becomes a path to gaining respect and advancement. Third, the exponential rise in information communication technologies, such as laptops, smartphones, video conferencing, enterprise, social media, Wi-Fi, and more increasingly, blurred the boundaries between work and personal life. Employees can now be reached for job-related issues anytime and anywhere thanks to mobile technologies. This includes during evenings, weekends, holidays, vacations, and sick time. Additionally, boundaryless work arrangements that require employees to be on call or responsive outside of formal hours can further enable presenteeism or working while ill. What does the research tell us about the impacts of Leaveism on workers and organizations? Overall, studies to date suggest predominantly negative effects. Number one, most employees report Leaveism behaviors harm their overall health and well-being, causing heightened stress, anxiety, burnt out, and deterioration of work-life balance. Number two, Leaveism leads to reduced job satisfaction and organizational loyalty among employees over time. For employers, Leaveism correlates to lowered productivity, poorer work performance, increased healthcare costs, higher absenteeism, and greater voluntary turnover. However, some common HR policies end up inadvertently reinforcing Leaveism practices by normalizing overwork, ideal worker expectations, and penalizing employees for taking needed time off. What can be done by key stakeholders then to combat Leaveism? Here are some proposed recommendations. Employees should aim to set clearer boundaries and be more mindful about consciously disconnecting from work during evenings, weekends, vacation, holidays, and other off hours. Organizations should take the lead in discouraging overwork expectations, providing adequate staffing, allowing employees paid time off when needed, and banning unnecessary work contacts during approved leave. Managers should model and champion balanced work practices. They should avoid contacting direct reports during authorized time off. Governments can support right to disconnect legislation to mandate rest periods without employer contacts during evenings, weekends, vacations, sick days, or other non-work hours. At its core, Leaveism appears to be an outgrowth of unsustainable notions of the ideal worker, ineffective organizational work norms, and lack of boundaries on communications technologies. While further research is still needed, the current evidence indicates Leaveism has high costs for employees, employers, families, and society over the long term. But through understanding root causes and collaboration across stakeholders, healthy balances can be struck, supporting both productivity and well-being. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Side Chat. If you have any questions or suggestions, please send them to sidechat@omnisci.com or tweet to side_chat. You have been listening to Side Chat. This podcast is brought to you by Omnisci Consulting. We are a team of psychologists with a wealth of experience working with individuals, teams, and organizations in coaching, executive selection, assessment and development, career transitioning, and workplace intervention. Omnisci Consulting exists to solve the critical issues facing our clients, both large and small. Our approach is to tailor-make each service to meet the requirements of our clients. Our broad range of services and solutions helps individuals and organizations to facilitate change, achieve their vision, and optimize performance and productivity.